Well, this could be it. Here she comes.
Flames were coming up over the ridge, and we had to immediately get out of the neighborhood.
The community is evacuating.
To our right and left, homes were going down and being burnt to the ground.
And that is the hill above our house.
The smell of smoke was horrible. We couldn't even breathe. It was unbearable.
We assumed our house was gone. The whole city looked like it was on fire.
Well, our house burnt down further up that way. It's almost the same thing. You can kind of wedge yourself up toward it.
Again, several homes, many homes lost in the Mountain Shadows area.
The next morning, we got a phone call. Our house was standing.
We had horrible damage, but nothing can compare to losing your home.
But the smell was so strong. You were tasting and eating the smell and the soot in the air. You had to get out.
Yeah! Catastrophes can happen to anyone.
This thing got trashed.
It's our job to come in and fix the problem.
All right, let's roll.
Whatever it may be.
Whoa!
We clean up.
Somebody give him a hug.
We rebuild.
We need the empty buckets out.
We redecorate
I want to see dimension up there.
and literally help homeowners rise from the rubble.
Whoa!
To be able to help people and get their lives back together,
It's perfect. So gorgeous.
it's the best part of our business.
Most expensive fire in Colorado history, $352 million worth of damage. We're in Colorado Springs, where fire has just ravaged this area.
There's clusters of houses that are totally gone.
Gosh.
We're a disaster team. This is the stuff that we see every day.
One house standing, the next house burnt to the ground.
Every time I come into an area, I think it's not going to be a big deal. I've seen so much. We've helped so many families in the past. And then I realize, man, I haven't seen it all. I can't believe it. These families really do need more help.
Are they at the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're about to meet a family, Glenn, Lindsay, and their 4 beautiful kids.
Firefighters were able to save their house, but the fire next to it was so intense that it busted the windows in the house and forced smoke upstairs in the kids' rooms. Glenn and Lindsay and their 4 children are evacuated and now living in an apartment.
And as parents, you know, unless your kids are comfortable, you're not going to feel comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
True statement. Our main objective is to bring them back home, create a safe haven. I'm confident that we can get them back in their home in a few days. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Glenn.
Welcome to Colorado Springs.
Thank you. We were just driving up the street. Unbelievable.
Were you so scared?
Yeah, I thought my house was gonna burn down.
I bet you were.
Made my heart stop beating because the flames were so big and they were coming down the mountain so fast. It was just really scary.
So, Glenn, the kids haven't been back in the house yet?
No. We're kind of concerned with how they're going to process it. And we're already having some tough nights sleeping.
Yeah.
So we keep them out while we're trying to get this place restored.
So you guys want to show us kind of what went on the side of the house here?
Yeah, sure, let's do that. Why don't you guys just stay in the
So
front
the kids
here.
will stay here?
Yeah.
All right.
So the fire, it came over the hill this direction as trees blew and houses blew. The heat coming off of that house burned up this yard. You can see our grass is actually green already, but this was all black in here. I'm not sure how this house is still standing, actually.
Well, I could see it clearly. The tree caught on fire here. All this heat just radiating past this house here.
And from the tree being on fire, that's where we believe the firemen really hammered this side of the house with the water. And that's where you'll
save it.
Trying to save it. So as you come in, you can see the soot already that we've tracked around.
Obviously, the smell.
That's the first thing I noticed was the smell.
Yeah.
There's no missing that.
Yeah.
So Lindsay, why don't you show them upstairs and I'll take them into the family room.
All right.
So the first thing you can tell in this room as you come in is it's really even stronger here because this is that northwest facing wall where the heat really hits.
You know what? I'm worried about the wall.
From my experience, especially when firemen are here trying to put out a fire, they're not very conservative with the water.
The floor's going to have to come out. I mean, this is really cupped warp, so we're going to have to take the whole floor out and replace this.
So you can see how it came through the windows here, and that's where our neighbor's house was that came down.
Unbelievable.
Glenn and Lindsay know exactly how lucky they are, but they've still experienced extensive damage to their house. They need help.
Popcorn ceilings are exceptionally porous. They're ruined.
What about the girls' great-grandparents' furniture?
It's better that you didn't touch it, I'm glad, because transferring of the oils from our skin turns the soot into like an ink pen in your pocket.
Oh, wow.
Same thing.
Same thing in here. Remember, this side of the house is what got hit.
Okay, let's get started. We got a lot of work ahead of us, okay? So Lindsay, why don't you guys head back to your apartment
Okay?
and turn it over to us.
All right.
Glenn and Lindsay and their 4 children cannot live in this house. It's very toxic, it's very dangerous, and they need to stay away.
What do you want?
I would like an awesome place to play in your new room.
Well, we're gonna take care of that for you.
Will it smell good?
It will smell great. It's way better than Enzo. I have kids, and I have grandkids. I know I don't look that old, but I do. I couldn't imagine if my grandkids went through this ordeal. It's our goal for this family to come home and have a great sanctuary.
We've got about 2.5 hours to get this work done.
So these are the chem sponges?
This is called a chem sponge. It's a chemically treated sponge. This is the first process of eliminating any kind of soot that's on any surfaces.
I'll get the top part, you get the bottom part.
Fire has not devastated this home, but soot has. I just took a mask off of one of my technicians. This is what it looked like. This is what they're supposed to look like. Before we do anything, the soot has to be removed first. The second process is when we use the alkaline to neutralize the acidic nature of soot.
Gotta put a little muscle into
That
it.
little Joe muscle feel.
Now that the cleanup is finished, we've got to start demo.
Such intense heat just melted the shingles.
Check this out. The heat melted the wrap on the insulation.
Down below. You okay, partner?
Thanks, Joe.
That's a wake-up call, my friend.
So the soot no longer is an issue. It's Joe being above my head that I'm most concerned with.
The thing I'm most worried about is this brick gonna come clean?
Well, we can get brick clean. However, I have a bigger concern. I hope there's not water behind these walls, because if it is, it's going to change the whole scope of the work here. Anytime there's moisture intrusion inside of a house, you have to address that immediately. If it's not dried fast, you're going to get some kind of fungal or bacterial development. Okay, what I'm going to check for now is some temperature differences. Now you can see the light. That's a hotter temperature, so it's going to have a different color.
Right.
And we're looking for anomalies. So we're going to go across that ceiling, go across the fireplace there, and there. See those anomalies in the wall?
Yeah, we have a problem.
Oh, jeez. I hope there's not water behind these walls, because if it is, it's going to change the whole scope of the work here. When I heard that there was a fire hose put on the house, tried to keep the flames down, I had a suspicion there might be water intrusion somewhere. Okay, what I'm going to check for now is some temperature differences. When something is wet, it's going to read a cooler temperature. And there, you see those anomalies in the wall?
Yeah, we have a problem.
Looks like we have some moisture up there. Unfortunately, this whole wall has to come down.
The whole thing.
Yes. The fact that water sat behind the wall for this long, with the insulation absorbing it, it was like a big sponge.
Yeah, it's wet. Oh boy, we got a problem here.
We had to tear this wall down in order to get the wet insulation out and clean and dry the interior of the walls.
This thing probably heated up to about 250 degrees, and then they just blanket it with that cold water. So it created a lot of those mortar joint cracks, and it just drinks this.
All right, so when can we start scraping?
Moisten it up and loosen it up.
All right.
We'll come back in a few minutes.
Popcorn ceiling has to be addressed. We can't clean it, so we're just going to have to strip it out. You know, it's going to take too much time to sand it smooth all the way, so if we do a California knockdown, it should smooth out enough and cover up all the inconsistencies.
Bud, good thing we did this. Check it out. I found something out. The smoke, it found a way in here, which matches with the staining above the fireplace. The insulation, actually, it wasn't done properly, which is a big reason why a lot of the smoke ended up inside of the home. A little bit of a crack here, heat-driven smoke. Bam, there you go. It's got its way in.
This was not original part of the house. This was added on later. This window's basically held together by 2 lag bolts. I mean, this is not even close to code. This is actually very dangerous.
Substandard construction.
Very substandard, very shoddy.
All right, let's get back to work.
Hey, sorry about the...
I've got a board under.
I love it. We're getting it done. We're helping the family in need, family in crisis. Good job, partner. Bottom line, great day, but I look around here, we got a long ways to go. Morning, Travis. How you been? I'm really pleased. It's a new day. We got new windows in the kids' room. Those ugly popcorn ceilings are gone. We're getting ready to do the stucco, and we're going to down a tree pretty soon. You look like a sausage in there. I'm impressed.
Hey. This morning, we're taking down the tree that's on the side of the house. If any tree is damaged over 65%, the tree has to come down. It could possibly fall down, it's a safety hazard, and it's also a breeding ground for bugs.
This side.
This tree absorbed a lot of heat and flames that could have impacted this house tremendously. By the tree absorbing as much as it did, it actually assisted the firefighters. Sadly, the tree that saved the house now has to come down.
Yeah! Good job, guys!
It's never good to cut down trees, man, but sometimes that's what we gotta do to start fresh. All right, man, let's get back inside. We got too much going on in there to sit around outside.
I'm kind of comfortable.
I don't give a... Let's go.
So as we were demoing this section in here, and we noticed that this was where a lot of water had come through and had created some mold.
Tearing apart where the built-ins were and found some more unexpected damage. The plywood really, this is not holding anything up anymore. You can see how flimsy it is. So what we're gonna have to do is these guys are gonna reframe this entire space before the built-ins go in. We've got a ton of water damage, actually. The flashing appears as if it weren't installed properly. Not caulked at all properly, not flashed at all properly. That flashing is not made to be able to defer hundreds of gallons of water. All of our building materials are now wet. We've got mold all over the place. This is really gonna take us a long time to fix.
We're in Colorado Springs, where fire has just ravaged this area.
We had horrible damage,
The firemen really hammered this side of the house with the water.
but you feel blessed that your home is standing.
So Lindsay, why don't you guys head back to your apartment?
Okay.
It's our job to get in there, clean it, neutralize it, get this house remodeled, and get these people back into their home where they belong.
So as we were demoing this section in here, and we noticed that this was where a lot of water had come through and had created some mold.
We've got a ton of water damage, actually. The flashing appears as if it weren't installed properly. Not caulked at all properly, not flashed at all properly. That flashing is not made to be able to defer hundreds of gallons of water. A lot more water damage than I anticipated. In the big scheme of things, this is nothing. Our firefighters are awesome. I mean, these guys come in and they have to save houses. When you talk about big picture, these guys are heroes. We could fix little stuff like this all day.
What's up, kids? How you doing? You guys excited to get out of that apartment, Lindsay? How are you? How you doing? You know who you're gonna meet? These are the firefighters who saved your house. We thought we'd get them out a little bit, give them a little bit of fun time. Look how cool. Is that bigger than you thought it would be? To be honest with you, I'm really excited myself.
Who wants to drive?
This is one of the ultimate toys for a man, a fire truck. Oh, yeah.
Guys, the lights are on.
You do stuff from your heart and you try to help, and that's what we do when we come and work on the houses. But this is my favorite part of it, with the kids and seeing the kids and the families get back together.
Think you could turn it?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's to see what's going on with this family and see them rebound like this. Oh, man. It's just a great moment for them. It's amazing, 2 big bucks right there. And right where the house burnt down, all the devastation, they're feeding right there. It makes you feel like everything's gonna be okay. It makes you wanna cry. How could you shoot them? They're so beautiful. I think if you give the deers guns, then it's fair. My buddies would kill me if they heard me say that.
You're going to install 3/4 inch ply. I'm not just a designer. I love the nuts and bolts of construction. 1x2 lath strips.
Yep.
Can you do it equidistantly, about 12 inches apart, each one? To get my hands dirty, to me, is all the more fun. This is the color for the cabinets flanking either side of the fireplace.
Oh, I like that.
Isn't that great? What we do here is an honor, and I am very grateful that I get to be a part of this team. Ah, this is looking awesome.
You know what you're doing here?
I know what I'm doing, Enzo.
Okay,
You know
okay.
what you're doing. You got more on your shirt than the wall. Plus, it's in your hair. It's all about the hair, Enzo. It's all about the hair.
Oh my gosh.
Stucco is a great material. It's durable, it's fire resistant, moisture resistant.
Note to self, if you get anything on your hair, make sure you wash it within 9 hours.
Oh, I won't get anything on my hair. This is about $300 worth of Rogaine I got going on right now. Because of the fires that race through Waldo Canyon, any new construction has to have stucco. It's the code now. Well, there really is an art to this, isn't there?
Yeah, and you don't have it.
Okay, Matt, you want us to swing it around? We finally fixed the problem behind the wall. Now, put in those beautiful custom cabinets Carrie designed. The other hole, Ed.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there's some.
All the way back.
Right to there, right to there.
And then when the stone is installed, it'll just die right into the side of the cabinet.
So I've got
a 3/4 inch gap back here.
Yeah, this side needs to come out maybe.
We're
We're still off.
still catching this.
We have an issue. The built-ins are not fitting in quite the way we want them to.
No. Don't pull this. Don't try to pull straight up, Josh.
Oh, wait, stuck on something.
When it comes to the family room, we're not going to settle for anything less than perfection.
We have to go this way, Luke.
But we don't have a lot of time left, and we still have so much left to do.
Okay, Matt, you want us to swing it around? Right to there, right to there.
I've got a 3/4 inch gap back here.
We have an issue. The built-ins are not fitting in quite the way we want them to.
You're the only one that can fit back there.
You know what? The supports, the braces.
That's what's catching our wall.
To barely have a shelving unit squeeze in when it's custom made scared me to death. That's an easy fix. Ready to do it again?
It's the end of the day. We've got a ton of stuff to do still.
Get your hand out of there.
Get my hand out of there.
We're making great progress, but my main concern is getting Glenn, Lindsay, and the kids back in here, making it comfortable for them so they can call it home again because they've been living in an apartment for a long time.
Hallelujah. I see stuff. Good. All the accessories are coming in. This is what is, for me, the most fun. It's kind of chaotic, but it's super exciting at the same time. Everyone on the team can hardly wait to see what all of this is going to look like. That one comes down here. Yep.
We've worked hard all week under these time crunches, under these elements, under these conditions. We've had a lot going on. So we're so excited to bring the homeowners back.
Hey, kids, what's up? Come on out.
Thank you.
We're gonna take you and you get to see the house. Are you guys excited? Yeah. Great.
Pumped up?
Plus, we're gonna take you in style. You guys excited? Everything they've been through, everything that's happened to them, we're gonna take them over to the house in style with the men and women, the heroes, the firefighters, in a big red fire truck. This is gonna be awesome for the kids.
You ready?
Yeah.
Want to try it on? You guys get to keep these.
We are so excited to see what's happened, the changes, the progress, everything.
We'll see you at the house.
I'm nervous.
Here they are. Yay! Hi, Ricky.
All right, let's check it out.
Now you remember how bad the side of the house was with the fire, correct?
It does look like a new house, doesn't
I'm thinking maintenance free. That's what I'm thinking.
it? Look at those cool windows.
Yeah.
That's very durable, waterproof, and fireproof.
Even better.
Come on, everybody.
Home
Pretty
sweet
exciting, huh?
Oh my God. Whoa, are we in the right house?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't know. Ooh. I can't even take it all in. I'm speechless. It's hard to imagine that this is our home, but yet I still see a lot of us in there. Pictures, personal mementos that made it through the fire, and yet it's all new and it smells new and it's fresh.
So was the insulation actually wet?
Yes. The insulation was actually wet. Yeah, we found lots of unwanted stuff.
Now we can actually sit in that room especially and think, there's nothing behind that wall now. It's clean and ready to go for another 20 years.
Oh my goodness. It is amazing. Is this pink enough for you, girl?
Yeah.
I think I see tears in your eyes, don't I?
It surprised me. It made me really, really happy. It's like I had no idea what it was gonna look like this.
Do you like your carpet?
This is so cool. I love it. This is absolutely just gorgeous, and it fits them so much. Whoa.
That's what I'm talking about. That's cool.
That's what hangs out in our backyard, isn't it? What is that?
This is really good. Gives them a whole new fresh start, great memories to build from.
There's this office and the other office over there.
As a father, my biggest priority is to provide that home, that secure place to go to. And I'm really thankful that Ed, Enzo, Joe, and Carrie came and helped provide them that sense of security and foundation to come to. So it's really good that we're back in this house now.